So politics aside right now, right? I've just been wondering after watching the whole My Son Hunter crap, even though it's a bullshit movie, I do really have to wonder, based on some of the points which came out to be true, such as the thing with his brother's wife and the habitual drug use and just the constant mess ups. Like, how did this happen to him? How do you fall so far? And when you start with so much?
Well, I didn't watch the movie because I prefer facts over dramatizations, but we have to figure out, was it the fact that he has bad genetics because his father is also terrible? Is it because he had a terrible childhood because his father is so terrible? Or is it because his life was so easy because the terrible father was so powerful that he just was partying the entire time and fell into drug use and it all went downhill from there?
But I mean, a lot of people have terrible fathers and don't mess up this spectacularly. I mean, if you think about, I'm trying to understand. Because, I mean, drug use, whatever, that's fine. Some people have terrible fathers, some people have no fathers, but they just rise to the occasion. And I mean, I'm looking on this with his situation and I'm trying to understand. You say you love your brother and he dies. Why the hell? w- uh, I can't even. It makes no sense. What would make a person go down that road?
Well, I think he does have daddy issues because in his phone he had his dad saved as pedo Peter or whatever the name was, and he's always talking about giving the big man his cut, and that aside from money concerns and embezzling and whatever other shady things that it's likely to have occurred with that family, it's it seems to be centered around his relationship with his father, and it doesn't appear to be anything positive. So as a result, you have a child that developed into somewhat of a man that is not capable of controlling his baser instincts. So he does drugs, he does prostitutes, he records everything and makes it available to the public. So not a lot of self control there.
And I mean, should we blame this on his father only? Or is this all of our faults? Is society to blame somewhat on this? Because based on what you just said too, right? Everything that you just listed that he did, that we all admit or we all know that okay, he did it. Every single one of those things are illegal. No one's saying arrest him. Like, when did cocaine become an okay thing to use and say you're using? We would be in prison right now for that. Prostitution on a video taken by himself and confessed to. And no, no prison. How is this okay?
It is definitely not my fault. Don't you even try to put me on that birth certificate. I am not paying child support for a kid that is not mine.